Hello everyone and welcome. Today I'm working with this Craft and Kimmy fall stamp here. It's a little gal with a pumpkin, and I'm doing this card as part of a challenge that is for Saturday, October 5th, but the video, I already had my videos loaded for the 5th, so I'm going to add this video today. Basically, the challenge is a fall activity, whether it be, pumpkin, Halloween, leaves, anything like that that is fall related. And so I've chosen to use this stamp. I'm not sure if I've shown this on my channel. I know I've made at least one card with it, maybe on Instagram, I'm not sure. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is just stamp this thing up, and I'm going to do some coloring on it, and then we're going to put together just a really quick card. So this is a really cute little stamp, and it stamps up really well. I know I've mentioned it before on my channel, but the Craft and Kimmy stamps stamp beautifully. Now I'm bringing in my Tri-Blend markers and just going to do some coloring with those. They've got the 3 different tones for each color on them, and then you don't even have to pick them out. They're all right there together, and you can just pull off the lid for the light, the mid, or the dark tone, and just have a great blend. I really love these markers. I have a couple of favorites. I love these, and I love the Altenew artistry markers as well. So if you're looking to pick up some decent markers, I would recommend these Tri-Blend or the Altenew. So I'm just going to add some more color to that and get it a little bit more definition in it. And we'll just blend it out. And then the other is pretty simple coloring. I don't do much blending on it. I put a little blending in the hair of the little girl and the kitten that is beside her, and it'll come together pretty quickly. So I think this is going to be the last video / voiceover that I'm going to do, unless I grab a minute of time before vacation, and if I do, I might be able to get another one out there. I'm not sure. Anyway, so it's a beautiful day today here in Indiana. We had the crisp fall morning, and now we're having the warm, sunny afternoon, and it's just lovely. The boys were out playing in the driveway. They like the oldest 3-year-old rides the scooter like a professional. I mean, that kid can just glide across that driveway and take the fastest turn you've ever seen, and it's amazing for a 3-year-old that can do it. And his brother can ride as well, but he doesn't have that speed or agility that the 3-year-old has. But anyway, so they like to just play out in the driveway because they live out in the country and they don't have a concrete driveway or even a paved driveway. That's coming. That's on the to-do list the parents are doing. They've been doing a bunch of remodeling of the home, and they're going to do that. But it's got a busy road out there, so I kind of worry about it. But it's a little bit safer here in my neighborhood. There's not quite as much traffic. But we have trained him to where he knows that he has to turn around at the end of the driveway. He does pretty good. Now, the younger brother, not so much. He, every once in a while, wants to take off into the street, and I have to run after him. But fortunately, it's not a busy street at all. So I'll just finish this coloring. The 2-year-old is actually down for a nap right now, and the 3-year-old went next door to visit Gigi and Pappy. So I've got a moment of quiet, and I thought I'd just quickly get this voiceover done so that I can get this video uploaded today before we're off to our next adventure. So I've got most of the coloring done. I've got to bring in a color for the little kitty cat that's peeking around the side of the pumpkin, and I'm just going to use kind of a yellow golden blend for my kitty cat. And I'm going to do some shading so he'll have a little bit of dimension on there. And I think that'll pretty much finish up our little image here. So next I'm going to bring in a die, and a layering die. This is a nested die from Spellbinders, and there are several of them. And I'm just going to die cut it out, and I'm going to get a little bit of the leaf cut off, just making sure I got all of the kitty cat. And we're just going to die cut that out, and then we're going to layer, I'm going to layer it up with some other colors. So I decided, and I've cut a little bend in there, so I'm going to grab my bone folder and I bend it again. Annoying, but I'm going to add some stuff on there to where it won't be as noticeable, I think. I'm just going to take my blending brush and just knock some of that stark white off of there. And then I've got this golden color here. I'm not even sure what it is because I think I'm using scraps at this point. So it's just kind of a little gold color. And then I've got my leaves. This is some old pattern paper that I'd gotten from Hobby Lobby a while back. And I'm bringing in the hand-drawn embossing folder from Spellbinders. I think it was last month's embossing folder of the month. And my glue bottle is clogged, so I'm currently trying to get it unclogged. And the phone just rang, so my voiceover stopped. So I just made this 4 by 5 1/4. So we'd have a little white edge laying around there. And then I made this one, I think it is 3 3/4 by 5. And just try to make a little edge on there. It might be, actually, that's probably 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. And then we've got our layered panel there that I've layered up. And I'm going to bring this hole punch in and punch a hole in there, and thinking I'm going to use some twine that I'll wind up not using. I should have gotten my Crop-A-Dile out. Really, that hole punch was too big of a hole for this tag, and I wasn't happy with it. I'm going to try this, I think it's Pink and Main thread here. And I'll fiddle around with it, but I don't like it, and I don't wind up using it. And then I try some other ribbon that I have, and I didn't like it either, and I ultimately wind up just bringing in a bow. But I left this part in to kind of show you what my thought process was. And I think it could have worked, but... So anyway, I went ahead and took some gold ribbon and just made a bow, and I'm just going to stick it right over that hole and just cover it up. Next time, I'll grab my Crop-A-Dile and create a little punch for my ribbon. I like to use these journey dots and just put a little dot on the back of my ribbon. And I'm going to put some glue down there as well, just to make sure it stays adhered. And then we're going to bring in a sentiment and put it down on our card. So I'm going to use Gratitude Changes Everything. I've got that stamp there. And I'm going to use this little scrap of paper here and get it inked up, and then we'll blend it out so it's not so stark white, and bring in my blending brush, and I'm just using the same one. I'm just going to blend it up a little bit. And then I'm just going to cut it with my guillotine cutter and just get it cut down to a smaller size so that it doesn't take up too much room on my card base. And this little girl on the card kind of reminds me of my granddaughter, except for the bangs. My granddaughter doesn't have bangs, but she's got that beautiful brown hair. Her skin tone's a bit darker than this gal's. She has just this beautiful skin tone. She just always looks tan. She's lovely. Anyway, and she's got these dark chocolate brown eyes. So it kind of reminds me of her. So I'm holding it on there, and I'm thinking, I want to layer it up. And so I paused for a minute and was thinking what I was going to do. And I just had this scrap from where I die cut out the tag, the label, or the tag that is layering up the little girl. And I'm just going to use these Tim Holtz scissors. They're nice and big, and you can get a good straight cut. I'm going to trim it down, and then we will get this sentiment laid down on our card. I am going to bring in some foam tape and pop it up just to add a little bit of dimension to our card, and this will pretty much finish it off. So drag out those stamps and use them. You can stamp them up and color them, or you can stamp them on colored cardstock or whatever, and they make for really cute, cute cards. Add some pattern paper to it. So that finishes up this card. I hope you like it. I appreciate you watching. Have a great day. Take care. See you soon. Bye.